And what a shot from Kirika, taking that off the ceiling, underneath the ball, and straight down the middle.
Oh, there it is, out of the blue!
2 seconds left on the clock and the Joker finds something out of nothing!
Now, that pass from Shadow was immaculate, playing it straight down center. He just had to get a touch, and it's all he needed.
Sonic has a chance, it's an open net if he sees it. Looking for the shot downfield, goes into the corner, Kilogram! He gets the goal!
They're just in front of the net. Nuke barely keeps it out there, dies on the goal line. The long shot, it finds it through. Into D, gonna pick it up.
Again, this is week 8. I am the Bromeo, and we've actually got a bit of a short stream tonight because you folks at home didn't want us to cast your Rocket League. So tonight, gonna be a short stream, the penultimate stream of the season, which means there is only gonna be one more league play stream next week. So this is gonna be tight. Every single game played tonight counts, because next week it is all decided on who is going to play ins and playoffs. So let's get started. How's it to everybody in chat? I see Silver, I see Greybeard. He's not here tonight. He decided he needed to let the better host. So you're welcome. Thanks, Greybeard. And once again, Yoshi is not first. And yeah, that's saying something. So let's get started. First of all, like to thank the sponsors of this tournament. It is Nixa putting through the big boys for the prize pool, 18,000 Rand split against 4 tiers. So big ups to them. And of course, cannot forget our stream sponsor, Genesis Extreme. They are the boys in the background making sure everything runs smoothly, even with the casters that we have. I'll introduce them shortly, but I'm sure they'll have lots to say. And moving on quickly, remember, RSC merch is a thing. Every single cent collected from this goes straight back into the community. You can pick it up in white, black, red, or blue, your choice, and a link will be posted in chat shortly, so make sure to grab one of those. But let's have a look where we have been going so far into the season, and I always point to these icons below, but it has been a season of DSQ dominance, and nations will be crushed if they finish second again. As you can see, we are in our penultimate week number 8. This is where things are heating up, so do not go anywhere. So let's have a quick look at the standings where we are currently prior to this evening. DSQ still on top, and Dynasty coming in hot on their tails, 4 games behind, but that is nothing in the greater scheme of things. Critical Force, XP Bro, all still within a shout, even Shadow Esports, and then at the tail end of things, Order of Oaks, Unitox, Redirect Esports, and Fort Templar. So it is still where nobody knows where this is going, but let's have a look at the schedule tonight so we can see how that affects things. We've got 2 games tonight. First in Elite, it is Shadow Darkness versus Brototype, and then our second match of the evening is down to Prospect, Unitox, Swana versus XP Cubs. It is going to be a banger. These are both hotly contested games, so let's get down to it. Let me introduce our casters for the evening. We have RhinoCast and of course our lovely Ginger Muzz. How you boys doing?
We're doing very well, thank you, Bromeo. 2 ginger casters on the cast tonight, although mine is a little darker than, of course, Muzz's is. So it's faded in my old age. But we're here. We've got some RSC SSA to watch. And we've got 2 fantastic games to watch. I'm super, super excited.
And Muzz, I saw you with the finger guns there. You're locked and loaded already, I see.
Yeah, locked and loaded, ready. The action, it's going to be hot.
All right. And you guys have got the shortcast tonight, so you guys are the stars of the show. And I'm not going to let it kick around for too long, but we've got 2 games. We've got, first off, In Elite Darkness versus Prototype, and then after that, Unitox Swana versus XP Cubs. So I'll let you boys get into it. For the first game, In Elite, have at it.
Thank you so much, Bromeo. Our first game of the night here on the stream is Shadow Darkness taking on Prototype, a game that is not only important for the Elite League, but the overall franchise standings as well. These 2 rosters, these 2 organizations, Muzz, only 2 game wins apart from each other. A lot on the line tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Awfully close here in Elite. 3rd place, take it on the 4th place here. Darkness versus Prototype. And Darkness, they want to try cement that lead. They want to stay at the top there, Rhino. But Prototype, of course, they could get an upset, right? There's always those possibilities.
Well, you say an upset. I mean, looking at the standings here, Shadow Darkness and Prototype, 3rd and 4th respectively. Same games, wins and loss. They are separated on differential only. It is insane right now to see how close the Elite division is. All the way down to 7th position could get into playoffs and play-ins. And those seedings are going to be so important. That's what Darkness and Prototype are fighting for today. If one of these 2 teams is going to win, they are likely to be either top seed in the play-ins or guaranteed through to the playoffs. And both of those are spots that you want to be in, Muzz.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Prototype, they also came off of a loss, Game 7 as well.
Sure.
Game Week 7, lost to Delta Force as well. Darkness on the other side, they got the dub, right? And so we're going to have to see Tale of Two Cities here. Who's going to kind of keep that momentum going? Who wants to change their stars tonight? Is it going to be Prototype? They hope so, but Darkness here in front of us. Vorate, Lonely J, Quizter, Deadly Dom, a formidable team here, 3rd place. They want to get the win.
They do. They've made a habit of winning so far this season. Across 7 weeks, 4 wins, 2 draws, and a loss on their record. And I mean, winning seems to be part of this Shadow Darkness roster's DNA. They've only made 1 mistake so far, Muzz. They need to not make a mistake tonight.
Yeah, Sparky cracked. He's looking on. He's hoping things are going to go really well for this team. Can they, kick it off from last week? They had 3-1 as well, so did incredibly well in Game Week 7. And checking out your Prototype roster. It's a big one. Mercury, Frenzy, Kirika, right? They did lose to Delta Force, but they want to try beat out the Darkness tonight.
Yeah, it's always a concern when a team comes in with that loss hanging over their heads from last week. You've not been able to play for a whole week, and Prototype have been so good across the season. 3 wins, 3 draws until that loss last week. They didn't know what losing felt like. Now they do, Muzz, and they're hoping never to taste it again.
Yeah, and like you said, it's incredibly close, except for that goal differential as well. So it's all going to go out on the field tonight. They're 4 games ahead of us. It's going to go down to the wire, so to speak. I hope everyone's betting there in the chat, putting down those pseudo Twitch points. And Rhino, it's going to be a goodie.
It's going to be a good one. I'm not sure we've actually got the prediction running on the Twitch stream tonight, unfortunately. If there is a mod present, then let's get that running. But either way, we have to do a little prediction, Muzz. We haven't got long to do it. Shadow Darkness, Prototype, who have you got and why?
I think it's going to be 2 apiece, right? Let's just make this thing go the whole way. Let's make it really annoying. Nail in the side. Give me 2 aside. That's what I see.
2 aside would put a lot of pressure on the likes of DSQ and XP. I think we're going to have a winner tonight, and I think it's going to be Shadow. I think they're going to prey on the lack of momentum from Prototype. I think they'll come through in a 3-1 victory. I think it's going to be close, though. Both are definitely options, but just as we were about to start throwing into the game, we do have to reset the server, so we've got a little bit more time here to yap, Muzz, and we can talk exactly about what's happening right now in the elite tier because it's absolutely insane. Looking down the list, 19 game wins, 18 game wins, 18 game wins, 18 game wins, 17 game wins, 15 game wins, 14 game wins. There is merely 5 game wins separating first from 7th. What a season it's been so far in the league.
Oh yeah, no, Elite tier has been popping off. It hasn't kind of got all the airtime in the world. I think we've seen a ton of prospects, a ton of masters on these streams who haven't seen Elite an awful lot. And yeah, they've been quietly doing their thing, right? They've been getting on with business. And as you said, kind of first place all the way down there to Queens and Rollers, it's been hella close, right? They've just been getting on with their business. And that's what we like to see. At least this is the upper echelon of the RSC as well, so...
Absolutely, it certainly is. And I'm just having a look at the fixtures for the next couple of weeks, seeing if there's anything that really is particularly of interest. I think Rollers have got a really, really tough game this week against DSQ and Delta Force as well. That game could really be to get that final spot in the play-ins next week. It's going to be a bit tough. Looking at Bro, they've got obviously this tough game today against Shadow, and they're going to be playing Centurions next week, which... all due respect to the Fort Templar Centurion side, you would expect Bro to come through that game and get at least a 3-1 victory, if not a sweep. So maybe Prototype are feeling pretty good about the remainder of the season. I would suggest.
I mean, of course, right? You know, tonight's going to be a bit of a bloodbath out there, and then both these teams get almost a cushy fixture. You know, week 9 as well, because we do see Swift versus Darkness there as well. You know, Swift 8th position currently. So yeah, everyone's kind of war of attrition tonight. Next week will come along. We'll see if they get a 4-0. They would hope to get a 4-0 Rhino. I mean, that has to be the best case scenario for both of these teams.
Yeah. You would think so. And
you would.
You would. And I would wonder about tonight, though, of the teams that are around the Darkness and Prototype area in the league, right? Prowlers, Ostrom, Delta Force, Queens. I was going to go ahead and ask maybe what they're hoping for tonight, but it doesn't matter what they're hoping for tonight, Muzz, because the game is now ready. We're getting things underway, and we are going into game number 1, Shadow Darkness versus Prototype. Let's go with some elite action.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. 4 games, of course. Standard in front of us, Chad, is the RSC SSA. And both these teams, they need to get a dub as well, right? So they are both tied up, as you mentioned. And, of course, Shadow Darkness, they want to try get into that top 2. Is it going to happen tonight?
Yeah, we'll see, as it's now going to be someone whose name is not showing up on the screen for me, so I don't really know. It's Swerve over to the far side. Voxy gets that one off the backboard. Deadly Dom comes through the top shelf, but it will be cleared away by Swerve, who will now try and get this one around the side. Be moved back into the half of Shadow, and now they start moving this one forwards off the shelf again. That backboard is getting absolutely peppered, but the goal so far, Muzz, is not.
Yeah, nothing sticking at the moment right now as well. Just trying to see what can we get out of Prototype, pushing it downfield there. Legal at the back, nice little save, has to pop it up onto the wall as well there. So coming down, everyone's just kind of feeling up game number 1 as well. I don't know, in the RSC, when you play 4 standard, right, you can't really have these kind of game 1s where we just dip the toe in the water and see what happens. You really have to come out kind of punching hard and quickly, and just neither of these teams doing so at the moment.
Yeah, seems to be the case. Hang on a minute. Mercury all just hits the post. So close to the opener for Prototype. It's going to be a Voxy up the right wall now, looking to get this one across. Swerve intercepting. Just very aware that you guys cannot see the score currently, so it is currently 0-0. Not seen a goal yet, although no idea of how long is left, which is going to be an interesting one to pay attention to. That one across the field will be cleared away by Bro. It's going to be Vare to try and get this one going. Oh, we've got a CMD window as well. That's beautiful as this one comes across. Nothing else doing. Swerve for the shot. That one's off the backboard. Cleared away by Shadow again. These two teams, Muzz, very evenly matched. Neither one really dominating so far in this game 1.
Yeah, as I said, right, just no one wants to take that first punch. No one wants to wind it up and try go for the Hail Mary at the moment there. Just there to make the save there as well. So Legal again at the back there, Baked saves. Mercury goes up. Mercury beat me in a 1v1 as well. That's quite devastating. Swerve, pinch, maybe? Aha! Nothing in the stick there as well. So just Rhino, nothing sticking at the moment. Shots are coming in thick and fast, which is fine. But yeah, nothing at the back of the net. It's a little boring.
Yeah. Seems that way. I wouldn't call it boring. It's a bit more of a chess match, I would suggest, with both of these two teams trying to figure out the answer, trying to get past each other. That's a chance for a Voxy goes by. Dom comes through. That's off the backboard again. Swerve will clear it away. And maybe on the balance of play, I think Shadow do have had the better chances, but the defense so far has been very good. As our production continues to try and get the overlay back for you guys. That one's off the top shelf, off the backboard. There's a chance across Vare. Captain not going to find it. That one's off the post as well. And now I think it's undeniable that Shadow really should be at least 1-0 up.
Oh man, Vare is not going to like that. Hits the woodwork there as well. Doesn't stick. Frenzy is going to have a crack at it. Kept out there as well. So Mercury down the path. Oh, that's going to be a pity there as well. So what are we
are just cutting back to cameras for a moment.
All right.
Just while we figure out some stuff, we apologize for the technical delay. We will get back to the game as soon as we can, but it's game one. There's still a lot of Rocket League left that we can cast over and we can play. I mean, Muzz, I mentioned it there. Shadow really going to feel like they definitely should be 1-0 up at this point, but Prototype's defense has stood strong so far, and the most important thing when you're in that low momentum state is you've got to try and stay in the game. You've got to just try and keep that scoreline low for your opponents. That's exactly what they're doing so far tonight.
Yeah, they're just playing that game. Everyone's playing the long game there as well. We've seen Mercury at the back. We've seen Vare take a shot, hit that woodwork. It's been interesting. We've seen Voxy there as well at the back. Legally, Voxy just also making decent saves there and just keeping his team alive. And so no one conceding yet, right? And we're just kind of floating here, wondering how much is on the clock. And, these players, of course, know. But 0-0, Rhino, and it's going to be tense. It's a tense elite tier game here in game week 8. And so, yeah, it's just, the atmosphere is getting a bit too spicy for us.
Yeah, it is. So much so we had to step away from the game as there is apparently still some work being done in the background. But there has been a goal for Shadow. We have had that reported. So this is going to be a little bit of a strange one for you guys to watch. I do apologize. Varade, the captain for Shadow, has scored. We said he was going to be very upset with missing that one onto the left-hand post. Well, this time he makes no mistake. He will find that first goal for Shadow. So they looks like the better team. They have taken the lead. They've finally knocked the door down. Only a minute left. And that there is going to be very interesting to see how they get on for the rest of the game. I think Prototype are going to be okay losing that game one now that they've got to see what Shadow is bringing. And we do have the game back, and we do have the overlay. Look at that in all its glory as the clock ticks down. Shadow Darkness might just take game one unless that one finds its home. It's off the crossbar. He's sent clear by Shadow, and that one will not drop just yet, but finally it will. Shadow Darkness take game number 1.
And I mean, there we go, right? We were wondering, are we going to see Varad get a goal eventually? Is he going to be kind of stuck out from the woodwork the whole night? Doesn't seem to be the case. And so Shadow Darkness, they do get that dub there against Prototype. Of course, 3 more games ahead of us. Lots more action. Games. Yeah, 3 more games. Has to be standard, Rhino. Do we see the same thing here, Rhino? Is it going to be that back and forth, no one really wanting to take a lead yet? Or do you think someone is going to step up? They have to step up.
I'm concerned that is the mentality that Prototype are going to go into this game number 2 with. And I say I'm concerned because that's how you get into trouble. That's how your opponents start to expose your backlines. That's how you start to make those double, triple commits. And then if Shadow Darkness get that chance with no goalkeeper there, I mean, they're going to take it every single day of the week. So I worry about Prototype. I hope that they just stick with their game plan. It was really frustrating Darkness right the way through until the final minute of that game. If they stick with that, I think they'll be fine. They'll catch them on the counter-attack and get a few goals. But if they come in with all guns blazing, must score vibes, yeah, it might look a little bit rough for them.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Swerve was there on the field. I think Swerve had a pot shot there as well. I don't know if Frenzy or Mercury had too much time on the ball. I think Mercury maybe sent that slow ball up the center of the midfield as well. So, yeah, kind of Prototype. Nothing was overly convincing for them there in game 1. And so we're going to see, do they step up in game 2? Like you said, is it going to be dangerous for them to maybe take a lot of the pot shots and see what sticks? And if they overcommit, do they get punished for it? Because I think this Shadow Darkness team looks like they're going to be hot tonight.
They do. Evoxy finds it in field. It's going to be Varade looking for Evoxy. No, goes himself. And where game number 1 took about 4 minutes to find its first game, game number 2, it's found almost immediately. I have no idea if Evoxy got a touch of that. He did as well. But Varade reads it, gets the dunk, and it's gonna be Shadow Darkness who take the lead early in game number 2.
Yeah, and he just split Mercury and Swerve, straight down the middle there with a hot knife through butter with that nice dunk. And as you mentioned a little earlier in game number 2 as well, which is going to look really good for the Darkness. So what can Swerve do? It's up. It's a bit of a loose ball as well. No control on that one. And so ball going straight to Darkness's possession here. Deadly Dom off the ball. What can he do as well? He's going to run the aerial mechanics. Gets the one flip reset. Of a loose ball. Can he pass it up? But it's going to go straight to Mercury. Ooh.
Yeah, Deadly Dom at the angle. Whoa! I tell you what, Frenzy was not expecting that one to come across. It's a cheeky one from Deadly Dom. He's just been pressed up into that corner. Frenzy nowhere to be found. Shadow Darkness double their lead. And Muzz, I was actually wrong. Prototype have not come into this game all guns blazing, going all attack, and they're still on the receiving end of, well, Shadow Darkness's brilliance in attack at the moment.
Yeah, and just not really kind of holding on to the possession game there as well. Who did we see earlier? I think it was Frenzy or Swerve as well. Just kind of went up for the ball, then let it go as well. Gave away their possession. Not that they had too much possession to begin with in the first minute of regulation here. And so Prototype definitely need to try hang on to the ball, see what passing plays they can get out to their teammates. Are the rotations going to be good? Can we see a couple 1-2s coming out from them? And then, maybe we'll see those clangers upfield. But at the moment, though, nothing too convincing.
Yeah, Varade taking it past 2. Very nicely done. Now looking to pick this one up as it's off the sidewall. No boost to work with. Maybe a bit of a fake that he was going to look for the redirect. That's a lovely bump, but third man does not come through, which is Deadly Dom, who now takes the ball on the right-hand side. Will be cleared away for the moment. Mercury, big booming clearance up to halfway where Varade is waiting. It's Swerve back in, but Varade has the ball, and he's dangerous in the air like that to the back post. Deadly Dom awaits. It's Shadow Darkness who are really trying to put their foot on the throat of Prototype now. 3-0 inside the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, Swerve not able to make an early save there as well. Freezy also in the net. No kind of pre-jumps coming out from him either. And so Shadow Darkness here extending that lead. They took game number 1. Possibly question mark taking game number 2 here as well. Deadly Dom maybe he's looking for a bit more. Can he get it down? Almost. Oh, kept out then. Freezy has to make a decent save. He's going to go the whole way coast to coast though. Kept out though. Swerve with the interruption. Maybe they're looking for a pass for a third man. Come on, Prototype. Can you do it? Kept at bay there. Swerve. Freezy. They want to try get one back here. Rhino, they've got a ton of time on the clock. They can do it, but is 3 going to be too much?
Could be. It's going to be Mercury up off the right-hand side. Cleared away here by a Voxy. Now, Voxy tries to take this one forwards. No, Mercury takes it. Captain of the Prototype team looks for the bump. He's not going to find it. Swerve goes by, so Varade will send this one away. It's a cut inside. Mercury cuts him off. It's Freezy now. Tries to go with Swerve. It's Swerve who takes it, but that is missing wide right. Evoxy trying to bring this one away. Mercury that one off, and it's cleared away by Varade, and Prototype's attack just not okay, just not feeling all that potent right now as Mercury off that top side sent clear away. Shadow Darkness hanging on to their defense for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, Mercury almost got that opening goal there for Prototype as well, but nothing sticking. He has another opportunity. Mercury gets the double. He does get the double. Oh, it's good. That was a nasty one.
That was a lovely one.
It was?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Mercury off the crossbar follows that one in. Lovely double touch. And it will be a goal back for Prototype. Less than 2 minutes left though. Do they have the time to get back into this game? Mercury believes that they do. We'll find that bump. Freezy turns away from the ball. I really would have liked him. I know he was third man. That's an awful pinch if you're Prototype. It will be sent away. I really have liked Freezy to at least challenge that. Go for the 50. I know you're only 2 goals down. Maybe you don't think it's panic stations yet, but taking that risk would have at least put your team in a better position than what they are in right now with Voxy onto the right-hand side, and the 3-goal lead is restored.
Yeah, and just, Prototype kind of getting stuck in the defensive third here the whole time. They can't get out of their own half as well. They're being smothered here by the Darkness. And of course, we see that crack of a goal there, extending Darkness's lead. They pick up 4 here. 3-goal difference on 90 seconds remain in Rhino. I mean, things looking a little bit tight here for Prototype. They need to come back quickly. But, when you can't even cross the halfway line of this field, then I wonder, how do you kind of mount the defensive pressure? You can't really.
It's really tough. It really is tough. I mean, Shadow doing a great job of keeping them locked away. As now Mercury can get this one going. Double commit from Shadow Darkness could lead to some pressure from Prototype on the right-hand side, but Vare, a 50 master, is able to send that one clear. Dom is below Mercury though, and I tell you what, Prototype have got quite a lot of domination here at the moment. This ball being able to get back towards the Prototype goal. Need to make sure that they score after this one, though, and they're not going to be able to. Vare plays it downfield where Dom has gone ahead. It's off the backboard. Voxy will try and capitalize. 40 seconds left, Muzz, to get 3 goals. It's not looking good for Prototype.
Not looking good indeed. And you mentioned all those goal differences when we came into this game here and everything was tied up. Might just be a different story here after this game week 8, a very important game week 8 to the business end of the RSC SSA, and Vare pushing it downfield as well. Vox not going to be able to pick that up as well, but Vare still continuing the action. Just wants to put the deep offensive pressure onto Prototype. 10 seconds remaining illegal in that corner as well. Once again, they're smothering Prototype, keeping them down, keeping them pinned down. It's important, right? Under this just barrage of shots here from the Darkness as well. Popped up as well, but it's not going to matter too much. As soon as the ball's down there, it's going to be game 1, game 2, going to the Darkness.
Yeah, and they've locked in minimum of a tie. And as things stand, they are top of the table, at least from what we can see on the elite side. We don't know about some other results that haven't been posted yet, although the only one that has been before today is not relevant to the top of the table. I apologize to fans of Delta Force and Centurions. But Darkness, as it stands, go to 20 game wins. They sit atop the Ignis Conference in Elite, of course, the only conference in Elite, as now Prototype need to recover and need to have a rethink, Muzz, because it's not looking great for them out there right now.
Yeah, not looking too great for them right now at all. Then just, Swerve, Mercury, Freezy. They definitely need to muster a few things together. They're holding on to that ball, trying to keep that possession, trying to string something together, Rhino, to go forward. I don't know, that just when you lock down in that defensive third like that and you're not able to get too much going for you, and I don't know, I guess your forward momentum just can't get a boost as well. It just seems to be tough, and they can't break it either.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing, right? If you're stuck in your half, that's one thing, but when you then can't break that down, you don't have an answer to it.
Yeah,
that's something even worse, and that is something that needs to be addressed. No substitutes, which maybe I thought we might see from Prototype, not coming out. So Voxy try and take this one down the line. Teammate inside, the demo comes through though, and maybe that's the answer. Get some aggressive plays going, Muzz.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, right? Even that kickoff from Mercury, it started out well as well. You just want to try win every, kind of ounce of possession you can get, and whatever hand on the ball you can get here as well. So Swerve's going to pop it up. It's fine, early challenge, but just, that intention, right? We need to see Prototype stringing things together that are going to be favorable for them. Nice little double commit there at the back as well. So Swerve again with that possession. Out to Mercury. Maybe it's good. It might be. Oh, there it is. All right. This is what we need to see from them.
Yeah, they really needed that. They've taken the lead for the first time in the series. Great pass from Swerve. The power was too much for Voxy to get back in time. Some people will call that an own goal. I think the shot was just too powerful. I'm happy to give it to Mercury, as Prototype, now with the lead, they need to be able to keep it or extend it. Cannot lose it. That is the general rule at this moment, because they are facing a 2-0 deficit. That's not a great touch from Mercury, but we'll be able to get the 50, move it into the corner. Of Voxy down. Vare shot. Will there be a man at the back post? No, there will not. But Shadow already showing that they are not done in this game yet.
Yeah, not done. We didn't see Deadly Dom come up to try finish off that move. There's third man. And, maybe he's just kind of hanging back a little, being apprehensive of what we could see from Prototype. And you don't want to be too far up and too aggressive in case you just leave yourself lacking at the back there as well. You want to allow Prototype to extend that lead and get 2-zip on the scoreboard here as well. Swerve down. They're holding on to the ball for now, which is what we want to see them from. Is good. Deadly Dom, though. No dunks here from them, but there it is. It's the Varate. He's been cooking all night.
He always does. This Shadow Darkness, when they need someone to come through, when they need someone to find a really important goal, they rely on their captain, Varate, and he very rarely lets them down. He will find the equalizer here. 3.5 minutes left. Shadow Darkness back in the game, and the thing I said, Prototype really needed to make sure didn't happen, has happened. Now they need to try and retake the lead, but it's difficult to do when you're in your own half. Varate to the back post. Will there be anyone there? No. Dom can't get there before Swerve either, but no boost. Really in the tank for anyone on Prototype. That's a real concern. Evoxy looks for this one at the ridiculous angle. And Darkness have turned the game around. 2-1.
Yeah, just Shadow Darkness. Yeah, just kind of messing around on the near post as well. If Voxy gets that angle, don't know how he does it. Has to get past Freezy and Mercury. Just cuts it so fine. And that's just Shadow Darkness that everyone seems to be enjoying tonight as well. That just, you think they're behind, you think they don't have the ball. They'll be able to show you exactly what they can do on it. And legally, Voxy, what a shot.
What a shot indeed. Voxy inside. That's a chance for Freezy. No, you got to be putting that on target. You're 2-1 down. A shot like that right in front of net must be going on target from Prototype. But hang on a moment. Maybe Shadow turn the screw, look for the counter attack. Bump in field. Varate just pops that one up. Swerve will be first to it. No, Mercury actually is going to call him off and takes it through, and that was the right call! Muzz, when someone comes through and says, don't touch that ball, it is mine, you know for a fact they better score after they do so. And he does.
Yeah, Evoxy hanging on that back post as well. He was just, sorry, the backboard, and he came down. He tried to get that save, and nothing stuck there. So we've got an equalizer here in Game 3. It's good. We've got 2 apiece, which is lovely. I predicted that to be the series scoreline as well. I don't know if Shadow Darkness want that to be the case there, but Mercury, what a sweet goal.
Lovely, lovely stuff. 2 minutes 20. All tied up once again. Prototype fighting for the right to be in with a chance of getting a draw in this series. Darkness wanting to get that victory listed in 3. Of course, as part of the RSC general rules, we will play all 4 games, whatever happens. Game victories are so important in the RSC. And if Prototype lose this one but still win game 4, significantly better for them than losing in a sweep. So lots of options still. As this one goes to the back post, Deadly Dom tries to get this one inside. There'll be a chance for Evoxy. Found an angle earlier, not going to find it this time. And Prototype will start the counter-attack.
Starting that counter-attack. Yeah, Freezy, maybe something's going to happen. Backboard there. Varate, as you mentioned, just that stalwart play here. Captain of the team, just making sure nothing is going to go back into their net. Their Deadly Dom with their counter-attack. A nice little second play to himself there as well. Not allowing Prototype to get any field possession. Yeah, Mercury infield. Maybe takes the shot to himself. They did have Freezy as the second man, though. Get kept out and Swerve. Looking for something, passing infield there. Vox is going to pick it up. Your Mercury just coming in and showing his presence here on the field, doing all that grunt work that's important to try and get his team moving forward. But let's get demoed.
Yeah, there's a chance now! And we always speak about him. Varate comes through off that left-hand wall and finds an absolute laser. Splits the uprights, 2 defenders back, neither of them prepared for the truth. And Shadow Darkness take the lead once more. Prototype, well, their loss last week is starting to maybe haunt them. That is starting to play on their mental. And that's part of a problem when you play in a season like this. You can play as well as you like for the opening 5-6 weeks. But the minute that you start to lose, the minute that you get an L on that record, Muzz, your mentality changes completely. And maybe that's what's happened here with Prototype.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to take 2 losses on the trot, and that seems like it might be the case here tonight as well. I mean, you're down by 1 goal here. We need to see them pick it up real quick as well. Yeah, Mercury not able to get his hands onto that ball. And so, yeah, I don't know. The mentals might start getting chalked as well. You don't want to... Well, I suppose the best case scenario is the draw now. and we've got to see if that's going to take place here as well. Darkness still holding on to this ball. Voxy there's just going to pump it out the corner once again. Swerve couldn't get onto that, and Mercury here hanging back. It's an infield. It's a good one. Deadly Dom though. Oh, couldn't get a hand onto that, but it's fine. Clock is ticking down. We might just see Darkness still take it here by one. The ball just has to die on the ground. There it is. Oh man, Rhino.
Yeah, rough day if you're a prototype fan. They showed some really good looks in that game, I do have to say. You look at these statistics, yeah, they don't make for pretty reading if you're a if you're a prototype fan. That is mostly in favor of Shadow. But Muzz, I do want to make the point. They looked really, really good for the first half of that game, certainly first 2.5, 3 minutes. 2-1 up at one point. I thought they were really going to maintain that. Oh, no, sorry. They went 1-0 up and then they went to 2-2, right? Shadow 2-1 up.
Yeah.
Either way, they fought back. They showed that they still have the mental fortitude. Just weren't able to see it over the line and weren't able to get the killing blow. They weren't able to get 2 goals ahead, which would have given them a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of daylight. That's a difficult thing to do. Shadow Darkness keep coming back, and they're looking seriously scary towards the end of this season.
I mean, of course, right? They want to also climb up that ultimate leaderboard as well. We saw Shadow kind of quite far down. And so these are the games and these are the tiers where they need to make up the ground. Oh, you can win elite tier? That's great. You need it, right? And starts here against Prototype. You're already 3-0. Is it going to be a case of we can take the whole, kitchen sink? We're going to see, right? There's only 5 minutes ahead of us here. Prototype, they need to do something. As you mentioned, they had that lead, right? But it seems like it's just too easy to say, oh, well, hold the lead. Nah, against Varate, how are you going to do that? The guy's dunking all over the show, right? You can't just hold the lead. And so 5 minutes ahead of you, Rhino, do we see Prototype at least take the one game?
Yeah, I mean, everything in Rocket League is easier said than done. I would like to say yes, as Prototype now coming off this one. It's going to be cleared away by Varate, who starts the charge for Shadow Darkness. And when they start marauding forwards like that, it's quite a sight to behold. You see them almost like as a 3-pronged attack. One on the right, one in the middle, one on the left as they start bearing down on your net. It's going to be Deadly Dom clearing this one away. And I do want to mention as well, there's pride on the line here, because if Darkness win this game number 4, they will go above Prototype in the overall franchise standings. If not, they will be all square still. And I think Prototype may just keep their position, or at least it's going to be much easier for them to keep that position moving forward. So yeah, lots on the line here, not just in the context of the league. Deadly Dom! My goodness, it didn't look like it was particularly dangerous. It wasn't moving very quickly, but it's difficult to save. Swerve can't get up, and it's 1-0.
I mean, it wasn't too quick, except the whole 95 kilometers per hour, right? An absolute missile.
I said it didn't look quick.
Yeah, it didn't look quick. Yeah, true. Yeah, I left my contacts on the basin earlier, so yeah. It was a good one, right? Deadly Dom, just absolute firecracker there from the right-hand side as well. Swerve couldn't get up to save that one as well. Mercury, come on. There it is. All right, Prototype, we see you. Swerve says, you know what, I'm not going to save the goals, but I can definitely score them.
This is what we need now. Mercury off that crossbar. Varade no boost, couldn't get up. Swerve finishes the job. Maybe makes up for not being able to make that save at the other end. We're all tied up once again. Just over a minute played. As I say, still plenty for Prototype to play for in this one. They will know that. Dom looking for a Voxy who just goes by, and a couple of mistakes starting to get into Shadow Darkness's gameplay. There's a mistake from Varade. You don't see that very often. And his opposite number is able to find the top left corner. Prototype turning this one around after a Varade miss.
Yeah, I mean, nothing in the tank there from Varade as well. Absolute empty tank. Can't really use the boost to help him there as well. So maybe just runs out of gas. Bit of a misfire. Whiffs the ball that allows Mercury to get that goal, which is super important there for Prototype. They want to at least try clinch one out of this series here at the moment. And that's how you're going to do it. And as you said, Varade doesn't usually mess up. And that's going to be a very rare sighting, at least for tonight. Oh, almost again.
So close. Yeah, they're looking for another one. A good save from Swerve. Will be cleared away by Mercury. Voxy, the last one back, has to go up the back wall. Now over to the left-hand side. Going to be inside. Swerve with a look. That one's off the ceiling. Chance for Mercury will be pushed away. Voxy down the right. Freezy, that's a laser, but it's not on target. And actually, Shadow Darkness are going to get in each other's way there. Varade looking for the pass. He's not going to find it. It's Freezy trying to play it forwards. Voxy Oh my goodness, a bit of conversation is going to have to be had. Mercury comes in from deep, but the pinch away and Darkness survive, but they're looking a little more shaky than maybe Prototype would have expected them to in this game 4.
I love the fact that Prototype just have them rattled at the moment, right? They just Darkness seem to be hitting each other. Maybe the comms, they kind of just, they're calling, but the rotations are like, what's going on? Second and third man bumping each other, and then Mercury going up early to try get that goal, right? And it almost did happen. Of course, the defense there from Darkness being hella good. But yeah, I love to see Prototype just shaking things up here in game number 4. Yeah, it is the end of the whole thing, and maybe a little bit too late. But you're up by 1 right now, so game 3 they were as well, and they happen to have lost that one right now. They need to hold on to this lead. They need to, in fact, get a third one just to secure it. And Mercury has a nice swell save again.
Yeah, while there are seconds on the clock and the ball is up, do not count out this Shadow Darkness side. They have made that very clear across this season. It's a chance for Varade, but he's missed wide. And this particular game will not be one that the captain of Shadow will want to watch back, as maybe that one should have gone the other way. It's Swerve to get the goal for Prototype, and Muzz, what maybe should have been certainly a shot that was better taken by Shadow at one end, turns into a Prototype goal at the other.
Oh yeah, I think Deadly Dom just a bit high off his post there as well, and so just kind of nice gaping hole there at the back for Prototype to score in. And Swerve, haven't seen too many goals coming out of him tonight, and it's good to, for Swerve to put that third on for Prototype in such an incredibly important match here. And so Prototype up by 2. Everyone in the chat, they love to see it. This is what we want, just kind of the Phoenix is rising here for Prototype. They need to put in a 4th. Why not? Evoxy there, Deadly Dom, maybe someone's got to look for it. Varade can't get it down. I love the defense here coming up from Prototype as well. They're so strong at the back.
They are, and they're proving difficult to break down. That's a nice shot. Mercury make the save. Freezy out to the side. Evoxy can't read it, and actually Freezy's going to get there before Dom, but Dom gets the dunk. Moving back downfield. Swerve gets past Evoxy again. Varade, who's also been taken out of the play. This one's towards the back post, turned in by Mercury, but will be cleared away by Dom. Varade bearing down. No. They both turn around. Freezy with a chance. 45 seconds on the clock. Prototype, I don't think they will really appreciate how important this game win is until that clock hits 0 and the ball hits the ground and they see their standing in the league. But even this one victory in this best of 4, I know they've lost the overall series. It's super important for them.
Yeah, and you mentioned kind of those dying moments from Shadow Darkness that can come back to bite you. And I just wonder right now if 2 goals is going to be a tall task to ask for when our clock is ticking down ever so quickly here. And Prototype, at least they'll be able to take 1 game of the 4 here. So let's see what's going to happen in our final 5 as well. Evoxy looking to try to do something. He's getting kept out. Swerve with a decent save. Freezy as well. Oh, almost nothing happening there. So finally, Prototype fans, stand up. You got a game.
And what an important game that is as well. Definitely one that not to be sniffed at. Look at those statistics as well. They certainly were the better side in this game 4. Shadow Darkness did not have the strength or maybe the willingness to carry on their good form into that game number 4. And fair play to Prototype. They capitalized. They made it work. And they've now got a game which could be super important in figuring out who's going to play-ins at the end of the season.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it was close, right? But Darkness needed this as well. They want to continue that 3rd place, get into 2nd place, continue, a hold in the top of the hill here in the elite tier. And so Prototype, that's back-to-back losses for them. Lost to Delta Force, now lost to Darkness as well. But we did mention that both these teams next week for number 9, they seem to maybe have easier fixtures. So it's all right.
They do. Let's have a look at our series MVP. 15 shots, 4 goals, but the big stat there, 9 saves. Varade, a stalwart, certainly for the first 3 games on defense. And he is, of course, your series MVP for a Shadow Darkness side who managed to take home the victory in a 3-1 fashion. And I would also like to suggest that maybe that was a correct prediction from my side, which we love to see. There is your post-series stats. Now, please bear in mind that Oh, I was going to say, bear in mind that this is only concerning the last 3 games because the overlay wasn't working in game number 1.
Yeah.
Seems to have 3-1 wins, so maybe we've been able to fix it. Either way, Shadow 9 goals to 6, and they were the better side on the night. Prototype though had their moments, and they will always have that game number 4.
They'll always have that game 4 there right now. I mean, we had that special moment that we shared with the players there. But yeah, Darkness, they did it. They clinched it. That was it. We're going to bring in the Bromeo. He's going to tell us how the green room and everyone reacted to that one.
Hey, yo, that was a game, you know, from the silent game that we had in the beginning to what we're having a look at now. You know, it was weird because I thought that we still had like another game to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it went really quickly, actually. It felt like it was absolutely rapid. But at the end of the day, Darkness just made quick work of it. They made it look very professional, I would suggest, in those first 3 games. There wasn't really a moment where I was like, oh, Shadow aren't going to come through this one, which maybe made the series feel like it didn't quite take as long. But yeah, they smashed it. And then when Prototype came back in game 4, that was really awesome to see as well, because they had something to hold on to, which was really nice.
Now, Muzz, you know, having seen that Prototype weren't doing so hot with Varate leading from the front for Shadow, they'd already picked up the 3 game wins. And do you think it was more Prototype picking up their game towards the end, or Shadow dropping off?
Maybe a bit of both there, right? I mean, so we saw Mercury have a really good game number 4 there, and then of course Swerve and Freezy stepping up as well. And Swerve, I think, picked up the 1 or 2 goals there, and you know, Vade kind of had those whiffs in the corner, and they were able to beat him. And you know, maybe just the small, tiny mistakes that you'd imagine game 4 is really good for coaching sessions, right? Like, what went wrong? How do we, you know, fix them up? So yeah, maybe a little bit of both there, Bromeo.
And in the greater scheme of things, boys, it seems like this top of the table clash, this was a 3rd versus 4th. As the way things stand, because 1st and 2nd haven't played their games yet, Shadow have been propelled to the top. So I think this was immensely important in the way of things. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a chat with Varate quickly, the captain of the Shadow team. He has no camera, but we will be able to him nonetheless. Varate, welcome.
Hello, Romeo. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, that was a major one to win, and it puts us at the top, I think.
I mean, I was having a chat with Rhino and Muzz just before we brought you on, saying this was a top of the table clash, 3rd versus 4th. So you guys knew that this was an important game coming in this week. Is there anything you did differently to prep for it, or did you just go in with some hopes and prayers?
No, not really, actually. The thing we did is we swapped our players. We swapped Gustav for Deadly Dom. I think that has one effect, which helped us today. But yeah, other than that, nothing too major.
And you speak of the sub between Questa and Deadly Dom. Was that tactical, or did you need to pick up some games, you know, sub games, or did you know the kind of game that Bro were going to bring?
Yeah, we scrimmed them the previous week, and we kind of tested the waters a bit. But no, this was actually punishment for Quista missing some scrims. He was not joining scrims. He said he's going to be there. He doesn't join. So actually some punishment for him there.
So punishment for him, but it seems like it worked out just fine for you. So tell me, most of the first game was hidden because of technical issues. So you ended up taking this one 3-1. You were very dominant in game number 2, even game number 3. But game number 4, you guys fell off a bit. You know, did you guys bottle it, or did Bro just really pick it up?
No, I for sure bottled it. I think over the game I had like 4 missed open nets. So yeah, this is all on me.
Well, easy enough. You got the dub. It is 3-1. You guys are currently top of the table. So congratulations, man. And thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks, Premier. Have a nice one.
You too, man. So now we have one more game to look forward to, gentlemen. That is a prospect game. It is Unitox Tswana versus XP Cubs. It is also an important game because every game is important still. I know that XP Cubs are sitting higher on the table than Unitox Tswana. Rhino, your thoughts?
Yeah, my thoughts are that Prospects this season has kind of been dominated by two main teams, and that is XP Cubs and Dynasty Jokers. It's been very cool to watch, and they are running at the top of the table, but there is a lot of teams below them that are fighting for those play-in spots that are really trying to get into the postseason, so Tswana are going to come out swinging, I have no doubt.
Tswana have been coming out strong. They are still playoff contenders. Everyone's fighting for something different, but ultimately they want to see the end of season. They want to get the play-ins. They want to get the playoffs. So I'm going to leave you boys to it, and good luck. Enjoy.
Thank you so much, Bromeo. Yes, you are right. This game we are watching, it's Unitox Tswana versus XP Cubs. A big game for both sides, but for very different reasons, Muzz. And this one should be absolute fireworks.
Yeah, I mean, the Cubs, of course, right? The Cubs are right behind Dynasty Jokers, and all the Dynasty Jokers lads are probably going to be watching. They're like, dude, Cubs beat Tswana here. They can't let it happen. And of course, Unitox, they want to get that dub. Of course, again, on stream again, Alex and Matthew and Frenchie, right? They are fans of the stream. They always seem to make it onto the stream. They book the slot, which is great. Unitox love it. But quite a big challenge for them tonight, though.
Yeah, you can see the table right there. Tswana, only team with a 50% win percentage, 14 wins, 14 losses. They've been steady throughout this season of SSA RSC. Meanwhile, the Cubs up there only having lost one series all season. 20 game wins, 8 game losses. They don't lose very often, but when they do, Muzz, it's quite the spectacle. So I guess my question to you is, will we see that spectacle take place tonight?
I mean, I wonder, right? I think they know the gravitas of this game and how important it's going to be here.
Yeah.
So when we look at our players sitting there on Cubs, Slowpokes, Iron Man, and the lot, they want to get the win, right? They want to take down Tswana. It's a second place versus fifth place fixture. They maybe feel comfortable in what they can do here, I think, Rhino. And so, it's going to be a big one. It has to be a big one for them, right? How do they upset the Jokers? That's the question on their minds.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the team that are going to try and take down those XP Cubs. It's Alex, Matthew, Frenchie, and Toksh as they will take to the field. And Alex has got a big job on his hands tonight, Muzz, captaining this side into a game that you would probably consider them to be underdogs for. But I think Unitox Tswana are a side where they almost thrive on that environment. They want you to underestimate them. They want you to think that they're in the middle of the pack so that they can strike.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. We know Alex is a real decent play here within the SSA scene, so is the rest of this Unitox side. And as you said, yeah, underestimate them. They want that to happen. They're going to show you on the field exactly what that means to be a Unitox Tswana player. But I mean, Cubs have made it to second place for a reason as well, right, Rhino? And so we look at their roster here: Kai, Slowpokes, Iron Man, and of course, Unguarded Ace coming in there. And so, yeah, they want to try stay at the top here going into game week number 9, being the big dogs, not just the Cubs. And yeah, they want to finish it in 4.
They will for sure want to win it in 4. And I have to say also, it's worth mentioning that the Cubs are coming off a 4-0 victory last week against rivals who are in third right now. They beat DSQ Cassia 4-0. They looked very good doing it, but we are very close to kickoff for this game. So quickly, give me a series prediction, Muzz. What do you think?
3-1 Cubs. I want to be surprised, but let's go 3-1.
I'm going for a draw on this one. I think it's going to be 2-2. XP Cubs going to take it all the way against Unitox Tswana, and we go to a level game. But that's enough of us, because it's time to have a watch of the game. It's XP Cubs versus Unitox Tswana. Game number 1. Let's get things going in the prospect tier.
Oh, this is going to be a big one here. Alex already started off hot. We've mentioned Alex, our Mauritian here, on the Tswana outfit here. Stealing that ball. What's going to happen? Wheatbix, Future Life. They're behind them there. Nice little pinch under the corner coming down. Slowpokes were able to catch it on the other side as well. Good interaction there from Alex. Again, just stepping up as that captain, making sure that Tswana can do something here in this game 1.
Yeah, it's going to be Future Life down this near side, and Tswana already being penned back, but Alex goes by. Slowpokes will have a chance at the near post. XP Cubs make the best of a gift that has been given to them by Tswana, and they take the lead 1-0.
Yeah, just Future Life not able to get that save there on the back post. We see Wheatbix as well coming in. Can't get that stop there from Slowpokes, and he was able to drive that home. And so already see XP Cubs on the board, want to try, make sure they're going to be sticking at the top here of the prospect here. What can we see from Oops? Oh, nice little play they've coming down from Wheatbix as well. Alex, can he drive that home? But unguarded ace to clear it out.
Yeah, and it's going to be a chance for the double. My goodness, not quite going to happen. Future Life comes through. Wheatbix is going to be the one to send this clear. No. Challenged by Ace. Now Slowpokes, of course, the score of the first goal. Go by that one. It's a ball in. The bump on the back lines. Chance again for Slowpokes. But Ace had already started moving to the far side. So Tswana will be able to get a counter-attack going here. Both players up in the middle. Slowpokes wins it out. And it will be Future Life now trying to win this one back for Tswana. And it's Alex to get things moving in an offensive way for Unitox.
Yeah, Alex at the back is able to pick it up. Full tanker boost as well. Nice little drive all the way up the field there as well. Unguarded Ace will be able to catch us. He cannot though. And Alex driving around the bend. Wheatbix, almost take a shot there, but Slowpokes to keep it out. Just love this pressure being put down here by the big bulls that are Tswana. Slowpokes on that left-hand flank does have Oops in the midfield there to help him out. Oh, they did take a shot there because they got a decent save and a demo. They're coming out, and Tswana still holding on in defense here. Alex gonna run it up the field. He does have Wheatbix. Slowpoke though gonna cut it out. Future Life, nice little pop-up. Does he have someone to play it? Wheatbix though running out of gas to do so. Did get a touch though. Unguarded Ace down. Future Life gets the flick over. Can we see Tswana string something together here? Oops. From the corner. Future Life not able to stop him out there. Alex again making his presence felt there. Dunk coming down. Can they do it? Oh no, Wheatbix. So close.
Yeah, so close. And I do have it on good authority that Wheatbix is in fact Matthew. So we can at least cover that one as that one comes across. There's a chance for Unitox again. They have been really in front of the XP Cubs goal for a long time. Just have not been able to get it done. Future Life tries to get around, but it's going to be Iron Man who pushes this one back, and Ace will be coming in at the back post. Alex with a big clearance. Slowpokes takes it past one. Trying to get this one in. There's a chance there, and it's Iron Man. Different in-game name again, but the same outcome. And XP Cubs, whenever they go forward, Muzz, they make it count. 2-0.
Yeah, they make it count then. Wheatbix, Matthew not able to get the stopper there as well, so Iron Man just sinking that one home. He came in fast and quick. And yeah, Cubs 2 up. Rhino is looking good. Iron Man as well winning the kickoff there as well. Slowpoke, nice little touch. Can he bring it down? Won't get that ground pinch as well. Maybe over 3. Maybe. No one's challenging him though. Doesn't get the dunk though. Someone's going to shoot. Second man coming in. He hits that backboard. Oh, wide as well for Iron Man. Oh my goodness. Cubs almost making it 3 here. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, Unitox really struggling to get their defense together at this point as the ball comes in towards the back post. It's going to be a chance here for Matthew to try and clear this one. Does get it up off the sidewall, looking for the pass into Future Life, but he's not going to be able to get the finish. A demo onto unguarded Ace is good. Need to finish that with a goal, and it's not going to happen. That ball sent wildly clear. That's a lovely double touch. It's just going to go wide. XP Cubs look for their third, but it was not coming through for Iron Man, and now Tswana can build once again.
Yeah, build once again though, but you're down by 2, you're trailing. Oh man, almost a good one there. Unguarded Ace though had to keep that out, and Future Life Tox almost pipping that one in as well. Here's a bit of a loose ball. Can we see Tswana do something with it? There it is. Matthew gets the goal, makes it 1 for Unitox Tswana. It's good.
Yeah, it is. And they needed that. They needed to be able to knock down the door. What I would suggest as well, worth mentioning, is XP Esports tonight are playing without their captain, Kai, left on the bench, as maybe they thought this game was going to be a little easier than it's turned out to be. Only a 1-goal game here. Unitox Tswana, if they get another one in the next 30 seconds or so, they're going to make Cubs really concerned. Unguarded Ace takes this one down the right. It's going to be taken by Tosh. Now, Matthew tries to turn this one in, just doesn't quite read the ball. And Cubs will be able to bring this one away again, where Tosh is waiting. Ace to send it to the corner again. And XP Cubs, they are doing a good job of defense, but Unitox are keeping them in their own half now.
Yeah, Unguarded Ace as well, doing a good job for this team as well. So yeah, you can come off the bench, but he's doing a stellar job here for the Cubs at the moment. And like, as you mentioned, Kai not on the field, but you know, 1 goal separating these sides. Do we see Tswana do something with it? Yeah, Wheatbix, he's going to go up as well. Can he take it all the way? Maybe there's a good drop down. Alex, oh, it's just a bit wide there as well. Matthew from the corner. I don't think it's going to be the case. I think we're going to see Cubs up by 1 unless the ball's going to hang up in the air as well. Nope, there it is. Goes down. Cubs, they take game 1.
They do. And we mentioned earlier that the previous series felt like it didn't last very long at all. Muzz, I feel like this game was actually quite a long one, as XP Cubs do get the victory, but it was drawn out. It was a little bit slow, and Unitox, towards the end, really looked like they were getting back into the game. I mean, you can see they had more shots than the XP Cubs side. They also had more demos, being more aggressive. That's exactly what Unitox will need to do moving forwards in this series.
Yeah, same number of the ball touches there as well. So nice little kind of 50-50 gameplay going on all the sides, but maybe just more chances though being taken there by Tswana. Didn't end up, you know, counting for them because they didn't get that equalizer, of course, Rhino. But yeah, you know, that is going to be XP Cubs taking game 1 with their sub Unguarded Ace doing a stellar job there. 3 ahead of us still. Fans in chat, it's going to be a good one. Rhino, we've still got a good at least plus minus 15 minutes ahead of us.
Yeah. And that's what's exciting, right? Only game 1 done. Still plenty of time in the series. So much Rocket League left to be played. And Tswana are going to take a lot of benefit from the fact that for the last like 3 minutes of that game number 1, they won that 1-0. Like, if they can do that going into game 2, extend that out to the full game, all of a sudden we're looking at a tie series. And my prediction looks a little bit better than it does right now.
Yeah,
but
well, you wanted the draw, so
I did.
Let's see. Let's see.
I believe that can happen. I've seen something in Unitox Tswana in that game number 1 that I believe they can definitely come through with this game 2 victory. We'll see if that does come through. Alex, go by. Ace plays it off the backboard. Will be cleared away. It's going to be back in from Slowpokes, who was the first goal scorer in game number 1. He denied just at this particular time. Tosh has been given time, but it will be cleared away by Cubs. And Unitox may be given another chance here. Cleared away for the moment. But my goodness, this is very, very tight. And XP having to survive a little bit of an onslaught early from Unitox.
Yeah, it's good to see, right? Unitox just kind of putting their hand up early here in the game, making sure they can try, shoot, and score and do something with it as well. Alex, again, going straight for the bump on the Iron Man. Almost trying to get him out there, maybe get that demo as well. Pinch from Slowpoke. Is he going to get it down, though? Good intentions, though. Didn't find a second man, however. Oh, the counter-attack here coming out. It's good. It's Tox.
That is wonderful. As the demo comes through, Iron Man tries to get across, just doesn't quite read exactly what Tox wants to do. And it will be the goal to give Unitox Tswana the lead. XP Cubs, joint top of the table. They were not expecting a game like this today. I promise that to you, as Matthew will be... Alex, who's demoed. I thought it was Matthew, as Ace. The backboard will find a teammate. No, Alex rises from the dead. Since it is Halloween, of course, Muzz, and he will make that stop and clear that ball away.
Yeah, I mean, things looking pretty good right now for Unitox Tswana. Oh, Iron Man. You thought there was going to be an opportunity there for Cubs as well. Now they have to try grab onto this ball, but already again, possession going here to Twan, and possession going to Alex as well. Has both Tox and Matthew at the back as well. So defense looking nice and tight at this time here for Twan as well. Coming down. Oh, right. It's good for Iron Man.
Iron Man getting the equalizer, and when Swana needed to be just that little more defensively sound, they got that first goal. They needed to try and keep it and maybe extend the lead, but this is why XP Cubs are in the position they are. This is why they're a feared team in Prospect, Muzz. And right now, Swana are just going to try and keep them out, and that's proving a very difficult task.
When you think you've got, when you think things are going your way and you think the going's good, you know, you'll find that XP Cubs are going to be able to bring something back as well. Matthew, almost a near post shot there as well. Nice little counter attack. You're possibly getting mounted there by Unguarded. A Slowpoke sending it down. Iron Man, our goal scorer there. Oh, it gets demoed as well. And that's how you do it. You give him the bull horns and you keep him out, and that's good. Alex down the right-hand flank as well. Can he get it down to a second man, though? It does have Iron Man in defense there. Tox, though, going to try to get it into this ball. Matthew, nice little rebound from the wall as well into the midfield. Alex, though, almost able to pip that home, and nice little intentions here coming out from Twana, making their name known, and that's going to go wide.
That's a chance. Is Iron Man going to be able to get back in time? No, he's not. That one just trickles into the bottom left-hand corner, but it does so with enough pace that Iron Man cannot apply the boosters, cannot fly back. And it's going to be Twana retaking the lead in this game as we've played about half of it. I think a lot of people in chat were really wanting the XP 4-0. I'm starting to think that might not happen as that one goes off the backboard. Waiting there is going to be Iron Man to fix all the problems. And the one thing that Unitox cannot do at the moment, Muzz, is hold on to a lead.
Yeah, right. Iron Man always coming in to save the day as well. I think we saw the double commit from Slowpokes, just making sure that the Cubs try to do something with it. I was thinking to myself, I'm sure Voodoo is there in chat and he's, you know, cheering on the team. Also, maybe just kind of a little saddened to see that these leads seem to just dissipate in front of their eyes. As we see 4 goals in front of us now at the moment as Cubs bring it back. Can Alex do something with this as well? The Iron Man, Unguarded Ace, already everyone get in here into the Twana territory. Can they bring it down? It's going to wrap around the bend. Maybe this is a long, slow ball in, but Slowpoke's able to fend it off.
Yeah, there's a chance here. It's going to go over the top. Matthew took the shot, but it's not quite going to land where he would have wanted, or at least let's get the save from the Cubs. Now over on that right-hand side, Slowpoke taking this one forwards. That's up right in front of the Twana net. Who's going to react first? It's going to be Alex. Captain for Twana, able to put that one away. Hang on a moment. Future Life Tox is going to be there with a chance. Alex at the near post. Surely will finish. And there is 2 goals for Captain Alex. And he finds yet another lead for Twana. If they throw this one away as well, Muzz, I'm going to start to lose faith.
Oh my goodness. Please, Unitox Twana. We do not need Rhino to be faithless here on the stream, but I love just the 1-2-3 interplay coming out from them, starting at Tox, Matthew, and then of course finishing with Alex there in the back of the net. Things were looking good. Things were looking good though. Oh my goodness. Well, Cubs though through Iron Man again almost brought it back, and just seems like Iron Man and counter goals seem to be exactly what he's scripted for this evening. That's for sure.
Oh, there's a chance there for Iron Man, but actually Slowpoke takes it off him. Sure, the communication there was exactly correct from XP Cubs. This one will be sent clear by Tox. It's Iron Man on the right-hand side. Gets this one out of the corner. Looks for the pass to the back post. Will go on his own. Will hit the post. But Ace will finish the job. And once again, XP Cubs go one down and they come back to level. 3-3. Just less than a minute to go. If the way this game has gone so far continues, Twana will get another goal in that minute and they will win the game, but we know that Rocket League is not scripted. However, this could be a chance. Tox comes through, bottom left-hand corner. 8 seconds, they were level. And now all of a sudden, Twana are back ahead.
Yeah, maybe someone handed you the playbook prior to this game, I'm sure here, Rhino, because there it is. Tox getting in, as you mentioned. But now, of course, with 50 seconds remaining, ample time for the Cubs to to bring it back. Will it be through an Iron Man assistance or intervention again? He seems to be everywhere where a counterattack's coming in. Here's Iron Man again, doesn't get that bump on the Future Life. Oh my goodness, just the Cubs always able to bring it back when it counts the most here. Attacking presence now at the moment, and Guarded Ace is going to go up for it. Won't be able to get that near post as well. Good defense there. We see Tox and Matthew fighting tooth and nail just to keep out Cubs here.
Yeah, it's going to be Matthew on the right-hand side. Alex does get a 50 there. Tox, try and keep this one in XP half, because if they do that, they will win this game, Unitox. Now, there's a chance for Matthew. Into the corner, cleared away by XP, but back again from Tox. Doing a great job of playing these midfield 50s. That one is unchallenged from Iron Man. The demo on the back lines is going to be enough. Tox, that is very cheeky indeed. But Unitox take a victory in game number 2. They still could turn this around into a victory yet. Still a long way to go for that one. But look at those statistics, Muzz. Such an even game. Either side could have won it. In the end, it was Twana who came through.
And I mean, just in the nick of time, right? Because you mentioned that, is there going to be any time left for Cubs to come back as they do and try equalize there? Well, Twana will have none of it. They did incredibly well there. We see Alex with the 2 goals. We see Tox with the 2 goals as well in front of us. And just, Unitox, Twana doing incredibly well there. They got that dub on track, Rhino, to get you that ultimate draw. Is it going to happen? I think everyone here in chat is probably voting for and cheering for Twana at the moment. Do we really want to see Cubs, take that ultimate position at the top? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can tell you one team who are desperately hoping that Twana can get a second goal. That is going to be Dynasty Jokers. They really could do with that one. They've got a tough game against Shadow Obscurity next week, sorry.
Yeah.
But for the moment, things going their way. Twana pinning back the Cubs in game 2. And they looked really good doing it. They just need to shore up a couple of things on defense, Muzz. And they're going to look like a really, really solid team.
Yeah, a couple, they were stringing things together, which was nice. We saw kind of Matthew finding Tox, and then Alex eventually rocks up, or Alex is the second man, and things just seem to move forward, really gracefully for Twana as well, which is great there as well. As Unguarded Ace is going to win that kickoff, but doesn't get the early goal. And things, all the puzzle pieces, they seem to have fitted well together in game 2.
Yeah, seems to be the case. We'll see if they can put the puzzle together again in game 3. As XP start moving forwards, it's going to be cleared here away by Matthew. Ace go for that challenge and does win it out as well. There's a lot of people vying for that ball. Eventually, it is going to be Tox to send it away, and Matthew collects that one as well. Alex moving forwards, not a lot of boost to work with. Puts it in the corner, wants the 100, will find it too. Not before it's sent clear by Iron Man, and the Cubs can start moving for a counter-attack now.
Slow poke from the corner. Is going to get it out, but Tox is already there to fight on that halfway line as well. Going up early, Unguarded Ace though. Can't get it down, find a second man of his own team. The demo from Iron Man. Slow poke, trying to get past Alex. Won't be able to do so. Unguarded Ace waiting there as well, making a nuisance of himself. Just trying to force Twana. Play the hole! But talk about a play. There it is. Tox with the opener.
Great finish as well. Alex down the left-hand side. Got to give credit to the assist. Does get something on that. Iron Man not able to read it. And there is the first goal. Unitox take the lead in game 3. And they could lock in a draw with the team that is currently joint top of the table. That would give them so much hope, so much momentum, so much belief going into the postseason. As Iron Man looking for a shot here. What a save that is from Alex right in the top corner. Slowpoke's looking for another one. Cleared away by Matthew. The Unitox defense standing strong for the moment. I'll tell you what, the XP Cubs, they've got more where that came from. They're just going to try and keep battering down this defense.
Yeah, Twana definitely lifting up their game in the series. As the series goes on, they just seem to be going from strength to strength. And that's incredible to watch as Iron Man doesn't get the best opportunity and shot off there as well, but this might be good. Oh no, the crossbar! Oh my goodness, just when the Tox fumble would have been in his favor. He's not able to sink it.
Yeah, that's a let off. Absolutely is. Now it's going to be Matthew. Will rise highest. That's a shot on goal. It's just about saved at the near post. And it's Iron Man to make that one. Matthew's not done. He's looking for this 50. He does find it too. Over to the other side. It doesn't look like he's got much support, but here comes the cavalry. Tosh into the middle. Hit away by Slowpokes and will be finished off the clearance as well. XP moving forwards. Tosh will be there, but only as far as unguarded ace. That one's not on target. Alex will be given the save anyway. And I think that's a little bit kind game. I don't think that ball was going in. As now all of a sudden, is that a triple commit from Swanner? That would be really bad. XP Cubs up the left-hand side, looking for the pass in field. And this is where Unitox have been a little bit weak. But they do make the save and they do hold on to their 1-0 lead for the moment.
For the moment, and we usually see Iron Man able to bring things back here for the Cubs outfit, but they're just getting kept at bay and kept out now at the moment. And we see Matthew there, nice little midfield action. Alex, he's going to send this one all the way downfield, and Alex doing incredible just to lead his team from the front. Oh, Tosh as well there, interference. Alex getting get it over Ace, he's able to do so. Someone going to be able to come in for the dunk though. No one registering. Here's that second man position though. Swanner, still opportunities here as unguarded Ace has to get rid of this one, but Tosh is there. Slowpokes though wants to fire that off. Alex with a banger. Oh, it's just a pixel shy.
Yeah, needed a second touch there. Did find it, but save came through from Cubs. This ball getting boomed back downfield. Chance here for Alex. Puts it in the corner. With only 1 minute and 20 left, Unitox looking good. What a save that is from Ace. Wouldn't have expected it, I don't think. But that one, it's a great play to keep the Cubs in this game 3. Do need to get some offense going, though. They've not really been too good on that aggressive side of the field. That's a nice shot. Oh, my goodness, what? Slowpokes. I thought he had that all day long, but Tosh is not going to complain. 2-0 Unitox Tswana with only a minute left, Muzz. It's looking good for 2 games to Tswana.
Yeah, looking real good for them. And you'd think there would be a standard save there coming up from Slowpokes, and it just seemed to go straight over his head as well. That back post position should have been an easy clinical one, but Wheatbix, Matthew, incredibly happy with that one. Makes it 2 Unitox is up here in game 3. It's a big one. It's important. Iron Man, usually the man with the counter. He's running in as well. He's getting demoed. And so Unitox, they understand the assignment. They've got the playbook here. They're challenging Cubs. It looks real good.
Looks really good. Alex, that's a wonderful angle. And it's gonna be Tosh again to get the goal. And my goodness gracious me. I don't know how many he scored in this game, but I think he's scored at least one other, right? I think that's his second of the game. And
yeah, no, everyone's been on the scoreboard, right?
Oh, is it a team hat trick? Might be.
Team hat-trick maybe. I mean, Tox has been on, definitely. Wheatbix has been on, Alex has been on as well. They make it 3 here. Rhino. I mean, things are looking real good for Unitox.
They are. 20 seconds, 3 goals. It's not going to happen for XP Cubs. And what should have been a momentum builder going into the playoffs and going into the final week for the Cubs is proving to be a little bit more difficult than maybe they gave themselves credit for. Unitox have come out and they've played some fantastic Rocket League. And the minute this ball touches the ground, which will be certainly soon, they've locked in minimum of a draw with joint top of the table. And Muzz, the things that can do to your mental state, the things that can do to your belief in this team cannot be understated.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a big one, right? And I'm sure Dynasty Jokers, they're slowly starting to celebrate very quietly somewhere at the defeat here of Cubs. But there's one more game. Right, so Unitox Tswana, they can do it. Can you believe? Do you believe? Right, I think you and I both now, Rhino Boy, we have to become believers of the Unitox, just everything.
Yes, absolutely, totally, certainly of this Tswana lineup. I'm certainly a believer. I was losing faith, Muzz, earlier in the series, but my faith has fully been restored. I'm officially a Unitox Tswana believer. However, XP Cubs do not get into the position that they have got into without coming back from situations like this, without overcoming adversity. They're going to make a real game of this game number 4. It's going to be, well, you would expect Cubs to come out and try and be aggressive, try and get those goals, really try and get in the face of Tswana. And whether Tswana can deal with it now, that's going to be the thing that we need to find out.
Yeah. I mean, just 3 goals, right? Just absolute spectacle we saw there coming up from Unitox as well, and that's what we want to see. Is Unguarded Ace is going to still stay on? We're not too sure. We're going to see if Kai does play here. Maybe he's not. Okay, there we go. So same roster. Unguarded Ace is on the field here. Unitox, they want to take things down here on Neo Tokyo. Is it going to be their night? Let's see.
Let's see indeed. Alex is going to get a dunk there on that far wall. Now looking for the pass inside. Will be sent clear, and there's another chance to follow in, but Ace, oh my goodness, Ace can't get up. And Unitox right now are playing with their tails up. They are feeling it. That VC is going to be going crazy. It's going to be Matthew to get that dunk and score. And suddenly, Muzz, the feeling around XP Cubs might be very different to what it was at the start of the series.
Of course, right? You're going into this fixture, you're second place against fifth as well. I got it, Ace, though. There it is. All right. Not going to make the same mistake twice. He says, fine, I fumbled it out. I fumbled it there. Don't worry, lads. I'm going to get the goal here as well. Absolute slammer in.
Yeah, nice finish from XP Cubs as they get the goal back. And this reminds me of what happened in game number 2, Muzz, where Swana took the lead and then XP Cubs came right back into it. See if this follows a similar script. Oh my goodness, a brave play from Alex. Does work out. Matthew down the right-hand side. We'll try and play that 50. Doesn't quite find it. Iron Man comes through. That's a missed touch from Unguarded Ace, but won't find the nets. So Slowpoke's down the right-hand side. Intercepted, but sent clear. And now Slowpoke. This one across the field. Iron Man will not collect. Alex gets the better of him. Captain again, doing fantastic work in the XP half of the field. And that one's awkward for Unguarded Ace. He's not going to be able to clear it away properly, but Slowpoke is going to be the first one to send it away. As now Alex gets this one. It's not quite going to work out. Ace and one of the Swana players goes by. Alex into the corner, looking for this one. Does he have a second man follow? Maybe he doesn't need it. Hits the crossbar. Unitox, Muzz, looking very, very good indeed.
Yeah, no, they're having a swell time here. Games 2, 3, and potentially 4 here. Unitox having an absolute blast of a time here. Cubs, they need to do something with it as well. Their Ace gets them, but Slowpokes, can he bring it from that acute angle? He cannot. And so almost the second goal there for Cubs, though, but kept out. And here we see Tox slowing down the play. Wheatbix also wanted to take grab onto it. Slowpokes, though, wants to get onto some of this action. Can they do so? Iron Man, it's a bit of a loose ball here. That's going to be picked up by Alex. Captain Fantastic. He's been leading from the front. He's been making sure that this Unitox team is holding down the second place Cubs, and they're doing a darn good job of it.
Yeah, they are. As Slowpokes been down that left-hand side to take this one on his own. Will be cleared away by Matthew. Now it's going to be Matthew again! Got the clearance. I thought XP had enough players back to make the stop. Ace hits it. It's a mistouch, really, from Ace. Iron Man is caught by surprise, and Swana retake the lead, 2-1.
Yeah, Matthew grabs that goal with both hands, says, thank you very much, I'll have that one. And 1 goal lead here once again from Swana as well. Oh, Iron Man not able to get onto that one as well. Who's going to be up for it as well? Unguarded Ace, so clears it out, though. Things looking a bit dicey here at the back for Cubs. Matthew wants to bring it down, though. Iron Man has to keep it out. I think it was a double commit there from Ace as well. And so just the defense here from Cubs, a little bit shaky now. Don't know. Swana having them rattled. Only 1 goal up, though, but seeming to have their number at least, which is good to see. Wheatbix and Alex both keeping that one out. And so Swana on the front foot, getting demoed, though. Keeping Iron Man, or Iron Man at least keeping Tox, though, out of business. But Alex, again, always fighting there on that halfway line.
Yeah, Alex has really put in a captain's performance today. Fought for the team, fought for every ball. As Iron Man plays this one away. It's going to be Tox. Pick this one up off the backboard. Doesn't quite read that one the way he wanted to, and it's going to be Slowpoke to bring this away for XP. Alex back across. Iron Man sends it clear. Who will be up for this one? It's Tox. Gets the read as well. Looking for that second touch. Alex should follow that in. What a save that is. Ball still moving towards the goal. It's off the crossbar. XP Cubs are at 6s and 7s on defense, Muzz. But Swana have only scored 2 goals so far.
Yeah, so not the biggest lead at the moment now, but definitely seeming to have rattled in the cage, though, of the Cubs. And there it is, Tox. He'll make it a 3rd.
There it is. You felt like it was coming. Swana feel like they've been in front of the XP Cubs goal for pretty much the entire game. There it is. 3-1, a daylight between Swana and the Cubs now. As Unitox can take a few more risks. They are afforded a goal, certainly, from the Cubs. If something were to go wrong, they can maybe try a couple of different things that they wouldn't have otherwise given a go. Cubs, on the other hand, they've got to take risks as well, but for a completely different reason, Muzz. They need this game. They really need to win it. Otherwise, I mean, not just momentum, but, you know, as far as the league goes, they will still likely be guaranteed a playoff spot. But it might be second seed, and you don't want that lower seed. As we've already seen tonight, there are some teams that will be in play-ins, making it through that lower bracket or that upper bracket, that are going to be a serious problem for the top team.
Yeah, and we definitely need to see Unitox Swana there as well, because after this performance, they have to make it deeper here within the prospect tier. We would love to see it. Captain Alex just having the performance of the night and of his season at least. Nice little loose ball there for Matthew as well. So, I don't know, a 3-goal difference here, Rhino. I mean, do Cubs score that quickly?
I'd be very surprised, Muzz. I would be very surprised. Matthew, by the way, getting a hat trick in this game. 3 for the morning breakfast. I want to call it a cereal, but it's not really. As it's now going to be a chance. Slow pokes goes by, and those are the kind of shots that XP have been missing all game. Going to be another chance for unguarded ace. Matthew sends it clear. Pokes intercepting. Sure, they've accepted their fate at this point. Game will be 4-1 in favor of Swana. The series will be 3-1 in favor of Swana. And Muzz, not a lot of people would have made that prediction before a ball was kicked.
Definitely not. I mean, we were looking at draws. I'm sure a lot of people put all their channel points down on XP Cubs as well. They're like, you know, easy points tonight. Well, we'll tell you that you guys were sorely mistaken. Yeah. Because Matthew, Alex, and Tox came out firing. They got the dub here, 3-1 against XP Cubs, which is, you know, no one saw that coming. And yeah, second place Cubs losing out here, 5th place Unitox.
Yeah, I do want to ask though, Muzz, as we look at our series MVP, which of course is Matthew. 5 goals, 3 of them in that last game. 4 assists and 13 shots as well. He was everywhere on the field. Great work from Matthew from Unitox Swana. But I want to ask if there's maybe an asterisk next to that victory after XP Cubs weren't playing their captain. Is that something that I don't know? Unitox won't be concerned about it. They've got the victory tonight. But as we move into playoffs, you would imagine Kai is going to be playing a lot more for XP. And looking at these stats, Unitox, of course, dominated tonight. You would expect that not to be the case with Kai on the field.
Yes, definitely. Franchises also do have to play, I think there's a minimum of 4 or so games for their subs as well, right? And so Unguarded Ace had to get the game time. They thought maybe against Unitox, this is that best time, get the reps in, which is great. He played the full 4. But as you said, you know, asterisks potentially there because Kai's going to be on the field and, you know, it could be a whole different ballgame after that. So,
yeah. And we will bring back in our host for the evening, Bromeo. Rejoins us, and an upset here on the Halloween stream. It's a Halloween miracle.
Do you know what? I saw how that they were playing last week, and looking into how they were coming in now, I'm not surprised that they managed to pull this one off. They're undefeated since week 5. True. So they had a bit of a torrid start to the season. They only picked up their first victory in week 6. So it's honestly one of those Cinderella stories that Alex Defatak himself loves bringing back. He is the underdog story, and I'd like to say that I am surprised, but it was a very good display.
Oh, it was an exceptional display, and Alex right there among the best. Of course, Matthew got the MVP for the night, but Alex put in a super good performance as well. And I was really impressed with everyone on the Unitox side. And they're finding form at the right time as well, Bromeo. We're getting into the final stages of the season. That's when you want to be picking up those wins. That's when you want to be picking up the momentum. They're doing that, and Unitox, they're coming for playoffs. I'd be scared.
Well, they have been convincing indeed. And Muzz, this is the penultimate week. Tswana must be very happy, don't you think, with their current standings?
Oh, of course, right. If you can take down the Cubs like that and it's 3-1, Matthew getting those 5 goals and the MVP. Yeah, right. That's the morale booster you need going into game week number 9 there, Bromeo. So yeah, big props there. Kudos to Unitox Tswana.
Well, that was our last game for the evening. We are going to have a quick word with Alex Defatek, the captain. But having said that, I'm going to say goodbye to our lovely talent this evening. Rhino, Muzz, it's always a pleasure, and I hope to see you guys next week.
Sure you will.
So moving quickly on to the man of the hour with the smile on his face. Alex, how you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Great.
Just straight up happy to be here, man.
How can I not be smiling right now? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Cubs. But yeah, like this is obviously a super good moment right now.
So I was saying to the casters on the desk, you guys are undefeated from week 5, I think. You guys had a tough start to the season. What do you think was the turnaround, the turning point for you?
Oh, basically we encountered that YouTube video and some guy suggested binding X for jump. And we all did that, and we started just flying, man. It really works. No, but the team just like was in a bit of a bad start of the season, and we shook things up. And everyone put so much work. Like there's so many hours that just like of intense training together. The synergy, Tosh, Matt, and Frenchie now are like the vibe in this team. I think is basically our strong point. And yeah, man, it's a lot of work right now. I feel like it's a lot of work just paying out, and I'm so proud of what we're doing and how we achieved it.
Well, congratulations to you, man. Before any of these results are processed, you were currently sitting on 5th overall, which is a massive climb already. But with that win, it'll put you within touching distance of top 2. That's still going to be a tough one. But do you think you're in for a shot? Is that what you're aiming for?
Well, yeah. You know, the thing is, RSC this season has those top 4 teams, like a big 4 that kind of happen at the top. There's Coconut, Critical Force, Clerks, with the Shadows as not Shadows, sorry, XP.
Dynasty. So Clerks is Dynasty, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
XP, where we just took them down. And then yeah, the top Dynasty. And for me, I feel like we actually had a team that had the potential to belong there, and I wanted to play those guys in the playoffs. And so we're coming, and we got a team, and you didn't see us because at the beginning we were not doing so great, but right now you have to count us in the big 4 and make it a big 5 if you want, but Tswana's gonna smash everything.
So my last question for you is you're not unused to being the player who comes from the bottom, the underdog. 2 seasons in a row, I think you'd made playoffs by the skin of your teeth, and then you make this absolute barnstorming run through to the final. Are you looking to, possibly change up that narrative? Do you not want the casters to, be surprised when you make that deep run in the playoffs, in the play-ins? And I'm sure that must be fun for you currently.
It's yeah, I walked that road before. I walked that path before, that's for sure. The thing is, I feel like the strategy I always go for is team play, and that takes time to brew. Like you don't just have good mechanical players from the start. Like you favor people's chemistry and people's mood. And I don't know, man. I'm in a state of mind where if I end up in the finals and I lose and I end up second again, I won't even be mad. Like I would be really happy because this season for me has allowed me to discover so much good Rocket League. I feel like I'm already grateful. Like and that's a big contrast for me because back then it was more about the finishing line, and it's not about that this time. It's just about vibing and making some good entertainment and some good Rocket League. And the team I have right now is such a pleasure to play with. Like we're good friends when we play games, and I love it.
Well, that is fantastic. Alex is saying it is not about the destination, it is about the journey. So, Alex, thank you so much for joining us with this post-match chat. Congratulations on the dub and good luck on that barnstorming run of yours.
Thanks, man, and enjoy.
Cheers, man. So now that brings us to the end of tonight's broadcast. We did say that we only had 2 for you tonight, but that just means we're saving the best for last. This is the second final week. It is the penultimate week of league play before we hit playoffs. So the pressure, the heat is only getting turned up. So I just want to say thanks again for everybody who's been contributing in chat. Remember, every point there counts too, because at the end of the season, the people in the top 3 with the most amount of points accrued get yourself a banging RSC Season 3 t-shirt. So make sure to stick around in chat, put in those predictions, vote, because you never know, you could be going home with a little bit of merch. So again, just want to thank our sponsors for this stream. Nixa for the prize pool. Absolute class act. 18,000 Rand. Getting very close to claiming it, some of these teams. But their hands aren't on it just yet. And of course, I want to thank our stream sponsors, Genesis Extreme. They couldn't have done it without them. So I just want to thank you all for being here this evening. We will be looking to raid another channel this evening as we do. So if you've got any suggestions, put them up in chat. I see Ginger Muzz is already getting himself involved in the chat there. So make sure to put forward anybody you'd like to see get raided. But that is all for us tonight, and thank you so much. We will be seeing you next week for the final stream of league play before it all goes down to the wire. So that's it for me, the Bromeo, from our casters Muzz and Rhino, and for our game admin Silver, and for, of course, our stream, it is Desolation himself. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Peace. And what a shot from Kirika, taking that off the ceiling, underneath the ball, and straight down the middle.
Oh, there it is, out of the blue.
2 seconds left on the clock, and the Joker finds something out of nothing.
Now, that pass from Shadow was immaculate, playing it straight down center. He just had to get a touch, and it's all he needed.
Sonic has a chance, it's an open net if he sees it. Looking for the shot downfield, goes into the corner, Kilogram!